Today is day 4 of going full-time with content and streaming every single day on YouTube and Twitch. So make sure you don't miss those out. The best way to support me is to be there for the live right now. Trust me on that. Okay, so we were playing a Germain Visigored sort of swarm payoff deck with Uprising yesterday on stream. I think Golden Necker is the best way to do it because we have a lot of things that we need to set up, and if they don't set up quickly, then they're just probably not going to happen against a lot of control decks that are going around. And I didn't just show all sunshine in this video. I show games where we get absolutely crushed because it's inevitable, right? I want to be transparent about how things go with this, but if you're playing against matchups that don't have a lot of control, it's going to be the best time of your life. So let's focus on that, at least for now, you know, the positive side of things, and towards the end of the video, you'll see some of the negative side of things, and we'll go through the deck list. I have Uprising, which is a leader ability that boosts an ally unit by 1 with 3 charges, and once per game, once all charges are used up, spawn and play Illyrian Scytheman. So it's one of these guys here, and this will basically on deploy boost self by 1 for each boosted unit on this row. So what we're trying to do is fill the row with 8 spots of things that are boosted ideally, and put this as the 9th one on the spot. So then you're going to get the 8 boost plus the 4 base body is a 12-point slam for 4 provisions. It's really good. So I have one that we can get off a row with the leader, and I have a second one that we can get off a row with the Scytheman. It requires a lot of setup, so I didn't want to go ahead and, you know, put 2 of them in the deck. I think 1 is the sweet spot for that. So there you have it. 16 provision allowance is a lot better than what we used to have, so we can greed out the golds here. Compared to my shield wall deck, we get a little bit more fun to play with in provisions, so we go for it. I have Crystal Skull because I have a lot of engines that I need to stick in order to gain value in a long round, so we're able to give a 4 boost and give something Veil. This works really well on Dandelion. Dandelion boosts a unit in your deck by 2 with a cooldown of 2. We can use it a couple different ways. Since we do play most of our deck, we can go and just basically split the boost up every cooldown. We can just choose something else. That's one way to look at it. Or you can just, if it's a round 2 going into a round 3, just pump it all into one unit for a big point slam at the end of the game. So that's generally how I like to do it. If we don't have Dandelion, one of the cards that we would also like to give Veil to would probably be the Carrick Frigate. It's really a round setter. Resupply means when I play a warfare card, it's going to basically allow me to use the charge again on the same turn. We don't really play into that much, but if we have crew, so meaning a soldier on either side, which is easy because we have the one that spawns on the right of it when we click it, but then we put one on the left of it. Make sure you're putting it down on the left of the card before you click the card, otherwise the cooldown will be 2 instead of cooldown 1. And it's going to take a while to refresh that, like a full turn resolved. So it's kind of annoying. I didn't even realize the Carrick Marines right there. That's funny. I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't see him until actually just now. But that card plays for a lot of points. So what I normally do is start the round with the Carrick Frigate. I'll put a Temerian Drummer to the left of it, start boosting it to keep this safe because it often seeks removal. And then just every turn we get Click, which is the body on the board, and we go wide that way. So in one round we can get a really good payoff that way. And then if I have to use one of our swarm payoffs like Meave, right, she reduces the timer for each adjacent inspired unit. I only have a few in the deck. We have Bloody Baron, we have Dandelion, we have the Royal Guard, so I can't play into that as much as I would like to play into that. I think Anna Strenger is probably not as good as she would be in Shield Wall, so she doesn't really make the cut this time around. But either way, timer 3, it gives me more time to swarm out the row, which is fine, and we get a really good payoff there. So all the frigates go, and we could probably get 2 of her per round, which is great because she's got 7 base body plus a full row boost twice is great. What's better than 1 row, 2 rows, so we can start filling up the other row too with either a second frigate or something like Germain Piquant. I got this one buffed. My Balanced Council recommendation actually went through, so we're able to spawn 2 cows to the right and 2 cows to the left, and then order spawn a cow with a cooldown of 3. So what that means is on deploy, this is going to bring 2, 4, 5 units essentially, and then 6 after we click. And what's so good about this compared to something like the PFIs is that with these ones here, they are on deploy, that's great, but then that's it. Also, bonded is something you have to consider. Also, with Germain, it's just, I don't know, it's just nostalgic, you know what I mean? So, a little less setup, you got the cows look cool, you boost the cows, life is good, you know what I mean? We can greed it out a little bit more because we do have, you know, a golden necker deck, so might as well take. I like this play into this as well because we get a bunch of bodies on the playing field. The next turn we could take full leader, Yennefer of Vandergrift, and just basically boost the whole board, right? So that's kind of the idea, is to build board contrast quick with Germain and go and take Yen early. And then, you know, just that's how we bleed with this deck. Bloody Baron for a reset, bit of control, right? If they have a 20-point unit that's all boosted from 4 power, we can bring it right back down. If he's inspired, it gets bleeding as well, which is crazy. Usually you use Baron at the end, so you don't really get a lot of the bleeding value, but it's okay. Mata is just for consistency. Mata will always pull Golden Necker, so it's a guaranteed pull for that card. And if we don't have her, we can go in with Royal Decree. We could find her, which is very helpful. Reynard, I was surprised, is actually very good here. Whenever you play a unit boosted by 1, it helps keep things inspired. It helps keep things set up for Visigoth, which will gain charges equal to the number of boosted allied units, which is insane. So if I have both rows filled, then Visigoth is going to play for like a huge amount of points. And then on the order, damage an enemy unit by 1, charge 1. Right, so obviously we can go like charge 15 if we have a good board state, but he can also be worth nothing. He can be a really bad card too, so I tried to build the deck with him in mind, give myself a few ways to get boosts in deck or boosts on deploy, like the 1 and the 2. And what's nice about Reynard as well is he's having the Grace ability, so boost all boosted ally units by 1 on Grace 12, meaning 12 or more power. Doesn't matter how we get there, if we get boosted with 1, 2, 3, whatever the case, as long as he gets to 12, we have an order that we can click when we want to. It doesn't just automatically happen. So we can defend things a little bit better right before we play like Visigoth, right before the Meve turn, so they have a harder time chipping down the cow tokens that are boosted. So that's sort of the idea. I want some control. I don't have a lot of control. I feel like Full Test Pride in this is sort of just like mid-rangey and just a good value. So if it has crew, meaning adjacent to 2 soldiers again, which is created off either the volunteers or some of the bronzes, then you have a cooldown of only 2, and it's doing 4 damage essentially, and it's wide punish. So we have it coming down for 9, and then after 2 turns, it's going to be worth 13. After 4 turns, it's going to be worth 17. So you could see the appeal with something like this, right? It also has a bit of armor, which helps it seek less removal. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more effort to remove that. So we have that. As far as Visigoth, he does often get locked, which is fine. I have Mahakam Ales. Same thing applies with Dandelion and Meve and Baron and so forth if we want to greed those cards. So we have double ale here, so we don't really mess up on the Golden Necker targets, because this is going to be pulling our top unit, special, and artifact from the deck. So we have to make sure we have enough of everything, right? That's why I have a Thunderbolt just chilling here, because Vial's really good for a deck like this. Thunderbolt helps distribute boost, and it's not very expensive. One of the things I was thinking about was running... I mean, Kyr Saren's okay, but it's expensive here. I thought about Vandergrift's Blade because we get a bit of control and then we get that extra, you know, little boost potentially. I like the fact that it removes itself from the playing field and we're swarming, so that's really cool. But I couldn't justify it with sort of like everything I have here is what I wanted. I think if you went here, you'd have to drop, it would have to be something like this, or Dandelion. Probably him, yeah, him or him. Downgrade this to PFIs, put this in. I don't know if it'd be any better, but regardless, I have just this to save. It's an economic choice. It seems to be working okay, and there it is. Right, drummers for the boost for the value. We got done banners for consistency. Whenever the done banner receives a boost, summon all copies. It got a buff from 3 to 4 power, so I like it here. It's 8 points. It's an easy thin. If we have these, we could play them off of the Reynard, so we don't even need to get like a drummer out or use a leader charge. We just play Reynard, play this, easy, right? You don't have to waste stratagem on it, so that feels really good there. I have, again, Pocket Scytheman just to make sure we have another payoff card. I have the Radovid's Royal Guard, again, for the Inspired tag, just to help with the Meve cooldown if we want to. Otherwise, a little bit of armor wouldn't hurt anything because we have a lot of things we want to protect. And I want to go and be able to spread out points, but the problem with this card here is that it often gets removal if played on the range row because it sits at 4 power, which is really easy, and they know it holds 3 charges, so any 4 power removal trades up to 7 and arguably 10 if we're playing that into Visigourd, right? So they seek this most times, so it's hard to play safely unless it's like boosted off Dandelion or boosted off one of the sort of artifacts we have going. So I generally play that formation. So that's why I only have the 1 of them instead of the 2. Overall, this is the deck. It's pretty straightforward. Cows and boosts, man. And I had fun playing it, but I'm going to call it quits at this point because of the last game. I think you can... if you see it, you'll know what I mean. It's time to move on to something that has a little bit more control. So that's pretty much it. I have a stream coming up later on this afternoon. Okay, I still have to do some last minute Christmas shopping. I gotta go to the gym after this because I was gonna record this last night, but I didn't. Yada yada yada. But anyways, man, enough talking for me. I'll see you guys later on this afternoon. Have yourself a good morning, and I'll catch you then. All right, first up here we have monsters, force of nature. So Yennefer goes on the range row, these go on the melee row. This can go back for now. I don't mind this for this. I don't think we need ale. Meve is good to have if they push. This is okay, I don't want to break the Dun banner. I love this card. So just the classic Thrive. Always put Drummer down before you click so that you get the cooldown of 1 instead of 2 on the first turn. I think for this round here, I'll try to save Reynard. It still works at least.
If the king demands a head, I'll give him yours.
So once the Thrive gets going, I'm in trouble, so there's actually consideration to play Meve. And I can't play her on range beside the Inspired because I need the extra spaces if I have to Yen later. But I think they go for it, and then they try to bleed with Kashi, they go to short round 3. So I don't really have much of a choice here but to play in.
To victory!
What's nice is that this is actually safe to a clash right now. And I'm probably going to put the Dun banner beside so that we don't have to worry about a heat wave as much.
Alert! To arms!
do one of those, and I'm looking to actually get out of this. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. This will come in handy, I'm sure. Put this back for now. This back for now. Short round 3 with nothing left for them, but Point Slam could be okay if I keep Baron.
The will is mightier than the sword.
Scytheman on top. I gotta play in a little bit here. So we go into meta.
Do not make me beg.
So we have to go wide first so that Scytheman gets the most value, right? Three, 6, 7. It's got to be one of these, man. Top deck is this. So if I go boost all, it's gonna prevent Thrive from being as good.
I'm done with you.
And click this now. And then just play Visigurd and Ciri. Or just, they're catching up, you know? This is a lot of points, though.
We'll never lay down our arms.
If they had the Cairn I'd be more concerned. Still a lot, though.
Don't make me laugh.
Plus whatever they play. So I think I just trade card down and we get the carryover plus the resilience. Nice. That's like S tier right there. I gotta play this on melee probably. Because everything's going ranged. Well, this will go melee. It's only 4 turns. That's a decent Baron. Kind of making it hard for me to get some value though. See, I can't really do anything. But we take it anyways. Or we could have maybe saved it. I think we're okay. Oh, this is actually even greater. What? I guess they weren't expecting Baron. Oh, they wanted to get the Thrive procs. That was perfect. Next up here we have Guerilla Tactics. So we could put one done banner away. Probably one of these away. And I'm thinking Vial so that we don't brick Golden Necker. Realistically, we can go Reynard into Dandelion into Dun Banner. I think it's okay.
Company, forward march!
Sure.
Bad feeling about this.
So is it just movement or is it harmony movement?
That's right.
So now we're gonna row stack, okay? Let's do one of these now.
It's a waste of time for one like me.
My top deck is a Scytheman. He could get poisoned later though. We're gonna want to play Ciri, so we'll take her now. Unless my top deck, I do go for the Scytheman to win the round. Yeah, this is just straight movement. I don't see the appeal for pulling that forward. Damage all takes away a lot of points from movement because it gets rid of these. Plus, I think if they're playing this, they might be playing Germain Cows. Nope.
I could drown you in a single drop.
This is actually okay. I don't expect poison anymore.
Aye, aye, sir.
I'll just keep going and play Ciri. Okay, we have to play her now.
Well and Shay. Onward, Fryhead!
Is it even worth it, though? They're up by so many points. I don't think they get another thin, but they could. Let's go for the pass. This can go back for later. This can go back for later.
Don't you fret about me.
You don't just play that unless you're actually going for it, so... It's kind of one of those things, but I'm probably going to take something before I take Ciri.
Tomorrow shall bring a better day.
You see? You must hold it between your teeth, like so.
Just in case. I'll do Germain back row. This guy's going for it, man.
We'll defend our homes, no matter what.
They start killing cows. I wonder if they go for the cows or just the source and hit Meave. The cows. So I have to go for Mata.
Do not make me beg.
I'm just trying to play around Gezra's here. I don't think they have... They do have Melena. Jeez.
Elves have our path. Don't worry about me.
I kind of have to go like this, don't I?
And fight.
I want to keep this alive too. I need to play Visegard soon.
Begone,
It's overcrowding.
you devils!
So you're gonna have to move some of those. But location should have been on melee. That's fine, there's no sentry. So I have to actually go full leader here.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
I think we take this because I can take out the Cat Witcher.
Will rise from the ashes.
Well, at least Siri sticks now. Take the points.
There's a time to reap, a time
18
to sow.
points. I think I'm only going to get a reset. There he comes.
We didn't taint the mutation process. We improved it.
Two.
Gather my men.
Good enough. I hope Golden Necker pulls trash. You know what would really kill me though would be like a Peller. Okay, that's fine. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. It's not enough. Can't put Vitality on Siri. So short round 3 with 8 points on the board. The fact that we have no control really allows it to play out interestingly. You know what I mean? You could see what's going on. Ale is probably not good here. This feels like the move. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Yo, yeah, we're set. This is good.
If the kingdom arms ahead, I'll give him yours.
This is elven land, Dwarf, upon which your kind dies.
Spread it out a bit. 20-point lead. They get 1 plus whatever. Yeah. Next up here we have pirates. Oh my gosh. I guess we just try our best here. 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. This could probably go back. This is wishful, but we'll do it for later. We'll do this later. This could just be discard, primarily, which would be good for me. But if it's really anything else, I think it's going to be a challenge, so... Let's try to get Frigate online, see what happens to it. Maybe Golden Necker Pirates. Might as well just crank it, man. If we go Dandelion here... Try again.
Company, forward march!
That's okay. See, we're doing things, it's fine. Just stay persistent, man. It's not Golden Necker because they have a heat wave. It could be Compass Discard still. I just don't know because they have Holger. So it doesn't really fit into the Compass Discard type deck. Probably this.
Alert! To arms!
I could go Foltest Pride here. If they stack another melee, that would be really good for me. Don't take a leader charge for this. What's my top card? Germain or Baron? Or Meve? Or Yen? This is so thirsty, holy crap. That's fine, I guess.
Don't make me laugh.
Watch now, COC. Okay. I think this is actually very much winnable.
We'll paint the white frost red!
Case in point, we still get the 6-point carryover. And we got rid of this. And Heat Wave. It helps. So, don't have to worry about a pass card, so we can put this back. Put this back. We're probably going to pull 1 or 2. Right? I would hope maybe Germain at this point. Yeah, go for it. There you go. I guess that's like a hard way to start the round. It's now or never. I can reset her if she gets low. Is Baron not premium? What, Babjorn into holy. I don't want to make this round longer than it needs to be, by the way. It's probably one of these, man. Okay, I can play around this with tokens. Jeez, I wanted to get the extra point, but I costed myself the cooldown. Listen, when they intimidate you a little bit, then it's obviously easier to make mistakes, so you just have to sort of ground yourself and focus up. Like right here, for example, is a good one. It's not that big of a deal to kill Visigourd. He's only playing for 8 points. I guess I have no choice, do I?
We'll defend our homes, no matter what.
It's definitely going to be meta on melee. My round 3, I have nothing left. I guess I have leader. So if I don't save the leader, I'm probably losing then. Cow stuff's not that important right now. Wait, what? They roped. Or they're just BMing. It's gotta be this, because obviously I want to get crew in case they bleed. I think we make it out of the rounds. The game, that's a different thing. I don't know. Six, 7, 8. That feels like a self-bleed, actually. It's unfortunate that I have to play leader, though.
With me, you'll forget your sorrows.
If I had one more charge...
This office, weeping black-clad heads.
That's about as good as we're gonna get. I'll do 1, 2, 3. Actually, 1, 2, 3. This will be formation. To boost this, this will boost that.
Not without good reason. They call him stone.
I don't think they can fit much more, right? Voyage, Supremacy, Yastiana, this stuff. The Vitality here, they need 9 points to win. They get 8. We tie. Next up here we have Precision Strike. Which is hard counter to what we're playing. Can probably put one of these back for now because they're good. Put this back so we could save something. I want to fire this up. We can play Raynor beside it. Or not.
Her Majesty is
Let's try this one.
exceptional.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
Let's try this one.
We will never bow to the invader.
Double lock heatwave. My life is great. Let's try this one. Triple lock.
Dare not leave here alive.
Let's try this one.
Oh, I sense trouble.
Wait, what? You got a muzzle?
Not to see us.
All right. Let's go put back this. I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of boosted stuff, so maybe Scytheman goes back for now. Got Dunka. You gotta try at least. A fourth lock.
Left, right, left, right.
I never miss.
Famous last words right there.
Top deck is Visagurd. Good luck.
Let us sing the song of steel.
At least we know we're getting them, so we'll do that. I don't have a way of getting soldiers, but...
We'll defend our homes, no matter what.
It's probably just going to be one of these, man.
This house will be reaping black-clad hands.
You're dead already.
3, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 1 armor. They have 1 armor. They're hitting ones. think we just wait. 1 and 2. I have to click though. This is so insane.
Best yield now.
Where to put the bloody vodka?
So we make it to round 3. I brick, but we try.
This dance, you will never forget.
May your sword and arm be one.
Just in case I pull a Scytheman. Jeez.
Spirit's willing and how, but the roots are killing me.
They probably have a gourd worth more points than...
We'll never lay down our arms.
I only lost by 3 points.